Hey guys, welcome to my range. This is Papa D on Papa D's Range Time here in South Louisiana. I've got dark clouds above me, thunder rolling through, but hopefully I can get a little bit more range time practice in. I'm at 21 feet from a USPSA target, and I've got 6 rounds loaded up in the magazine in a Glock 44 22 long rifle. And from the timer, I'm going to take and draw, put 6 shots in the target. I'll stop the timer, I'll talk about it, and I'll take a reload to another magazine the same way, 6 shots into it. At that point, I'll turn the camera off, change the target, and change to a Glock 19 and 9mm, run the same drill. What I'm trying to do is do a little bit of comparison on whether I can actually get some good training with the Glock 44 and a 22 long rifle versus the Glock 19 in a 9mm. I know the recoil and the weight of the gun and everything changes everything, and I know they shoot a little bit different, but I still think that I can get good training both ways, and this is completely unscientific. I was just curious how my times would be and how my groups would be trying to shoot this. Also, shooting it one-handed. This is the first time I've ever had to shoot this rapidly one-handed, so I don't expect my groups to be very small, and I don't expect this to be a sub 2-second round. Probably going to be 2 seconds just by the time I get my gun out and on the target. Also, I have on my hat a LidCam Plus Pro Series. I'm trying to take and get a different angle and be able to see how my hands are manipulated, how the gun is from a little bit different perspective. I don't know how this is going to work out, but we will see. Anyway, I am set up. I've got my hearing protection, eye protection on. Again, I'm at 21 feet from the timer, and I do have another magazine, Glock 44. Let's run some rounds. Let's see what we can do. Okay, all 6 hits were on target. I've got 2 Ds, 1 C. 2 Ds, 2 Cs, and 2 As. That's at 3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3.2. First shot was 1.99. Again, 2-second draw, which was really not acceptable. 0.26, 0.19, 0.19, 0.20, 0.19. All hits. So that was pretty effective. I'm going to take and load another magazine and run that same thing. That was much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits in the A. 1 in the D, 2.98, 2.98, 1.83 on my draw, 0.33, 0.21, 0.19, 0.20, 0.20. And then the hits were much better. So let's change guns to a Glock 19 and see if I'm any better or worse. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I am at the 7-yard marker, 21 feet from my target. I got a fresh clean target on. I've got a Glock 19. I changed my slide out. I had a Glock 19 MOS Gen 4 slide on it with a Vortex Venom red dot on it. I went back to my regular slide with no red dot. Let me tell you guys, it is impossible to change a Glock slide one-handed. I've tried everything, putting it between my knees, holding it. Finally had to get my wife. I was able to take and hold the slide slightly back, and she was pulling the tabs down so we could take and change the slide. Now I got to go back to it afterwards. Anyway, with all that being said, I know you just want to see me run some rounds and see if we can improve, disprove, or whatever. Compare the 9 versus the 22 training. Let's run some rounds. My hits were good. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 in the A zone and then 1 in the C. 3:30 was my total time, so definitely slower. 1.50 for my draw, that's not bad, with a 55 split, 25.25, 0.36, 0.38. So overall, that really wasn't a bad run for a 9mm one-handed. Let's do it again. .33. I had a 1.65 draw. Actually, my draw was faster with the 9 than it was with the other. Had a half second on my first shot, second shot. 0.26, 0.26, 0.36, 0.22. So splits were not bad. I like quarter-second splits, but one-handed, trying to keep control. And I did have 1 low. It's still in the D zone, still on target. Probably a pelvic hit. But I'm going to take and bring both targets up and we'll take and talk about them. Stick around, I'll be right back. Glock 44, 22 long rifle. So all of my hits, and I'm hoping y'all can take and see this. This is the best I can do. So A zone here. And I had some C's and some D's. But overall, that would definitely stop a bad guy, and that was decent. I'm still looking for 2-second draws and hits on target with the rounds, but I'm not doing that one-handed. I've got to get rounds on target. That's more important to me than being fast. And then as far as 9mm, the patterns are pretty close to the same. So the idea of training with a 22, again, this is unscientific. The idea of training with a 22, shooting with a 22 for training versus a 9mm, I think it's a wash. I think I can continue to take and shoot with the Glock 44 and be able to get some benefit out of it. My patterns are about the same. My times were a little bit slower on my 9mm, but my splits were pretty close between the two. So all in all, 9 versus 22, I think it's going to be a wash. If whatever you want to do is going to any trigger time that you get is going to be a benefit. Guys, I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. This is Papa D, and I will see you down the road on the next video.